Welcome to my channel. Today I bring you a chilling story. A story about the darkness that hides in the most unexpected places, about the terror that lurks in the shadows, and about the fragility of life. I'm Peter, and this is the story of the night the darkness swallowed us. It was 6 in the afternoon when my 2 cronies, German and Arturo, and I, Peter, all 3 of us already old, decided to go to the community hall of the nursing home where we stayed by decision of our children. The afternoon was cool, and the sky, dyed an intense orange, promised a starry night. With a slow step and canes in hand, we walked the familiar path that took us to the living room. We talked about the same things as always, the latest gossip from the nursing home, the longings for our youth and the ailments that afflicted us. Suddenly, something unexpected happened. A sharp crack on a tree branch startled us. My heart skipped a beat and my cronies looked at each other with concern. We decided to go a little out of the way to see what had caused the noise. As we approached, the sunlight, which was already setting, played tricks on us. A deep hole, camouflaged by undergrowth, opened before our feet. We couldn't avoid the fall. We rolled down the slope, hitting rocks and branches. When we finally stopped, dazed and in pain, we realized that we had fallen into a completely unknown place. The thickness of the forest completely surrounded us, obscuring the little light that remained. A dead silence took over the place, broken only by the chirping of some crickets and the rustling of dry leaves under our feet. Fear began to invade us. We tried to climb up the slope to get out of the hole, but the loose earth crumbled under our weight. Despair took over us. Suddenly, a blood-curdling howl echoed through the night. A chill ran through my body. It was not the howl of a familiar animal. It was something else, something sinister and terrifying. In the distance, among the thickness of the trees, we could see 2 bright eyes watching us. An indescribable terror took hold of us. We ran aimlessly, tripping over roots and branches as the howling grew closer and closer. My cronies, exhausted by age and fear, could not keep up. One by one they fell to the ground, without the strength to continue. I, driven by a survival instinct that I didn't know where it came from, continued running. I don't know how long I ran, or what obstacles I overcame. I only know that when I finally stopped, exhausted and shaking, the howling had stopped. I was in a clearing in the forest, under the pale light of the moon. In the distance, I could make out the silhouette of the nursing home. A sob escaped my lips. I returned to the nursing home at dawn, with a sore body and a broken soul. My cronies had not managed to survive. The news of his disappearance shocked the nursing home. No one ever knew what happened to them in the depths of the forest. I, the only survivor, was left with the memory of that terrifying night and the terrible feeling of having been prey to something unknown lurking in the darkness. Since then, I live with the ghost of my friends and the mystery of that night that swallowed a part of my life forever. Since then, I live with the ghost of my friends and the mystery of that night that swallowed a part of my life forever. I will never forget the terror I felt that night, the blood-curdling howl that echoed in the darkness and the feeling of being prey to something unknown. This is my story, a story that haunts me to this day, a story that reminds me that the darkness is always there, lurking, waiting to catch the unwary. Friends, I hope you liked this story. If it gave you chills, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more horror stories. Until next time.